Hi Virgo. You know, I am going to be doing a few signs at a time now, instead of doing all of them at the same time, just for right now. And so, you're up. I'm Kendrick, this is Providence Tarot, and I'm going to be doing a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and also if you have Mercury there, or Mars, Venus, Jupiter, or even Saturn, right? So any of the inner planets in Virgo, but mainly Sun, Moon, or Rising, and Mercury. So I'm going to be using the Tarot of the Divine Masculine today. I'm also going to be using the Threads of Fate Oracle. I'm also using the Moonology Oracle cards, okay? So let's go ahead and shuffle the tarot here. What's going on with you, Virgo? You know, your ruling planet has just gone station, and now we are in the direct movement of your planet in the sign of Libra, and then it's going to go into Scorpio. Interesting. Okay, so your planet has been in the sign of balance, pleasure, justice, karma, relationships, the aesthetic. How are your relationships? How has your aesthetic changed? How are you relating to yourself in new ways now, right? Past version of you, the version of you now, and thinking about the road that you traveled, the path that you took, getting to where you are now. All of those things that were fated, there's a fate, to happen to you en route throughout your destiny. Sure. We're going to say destiny, even though destiny is a destination, and we know that life is not a destination, honey. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay your cards out. I'm going to be doing like an abbreviated spread for you. I don't know. You know what? We're going to try to like just go ahead and do a whole thing. A whole thing, child. Okay, you know, I'm always burning sage or something, a Palo Santo, a native soul, copal, and whatever. You know, I'm always burning something. Just a little bit now, you know, I just have a little nug left. So we're gonna be modest, we're gonna be frugal, okay? Alright, here we go. So there's a little bit of sage. And now we're going to be doing a little bit of Palo Santo, just to kind of like balance out the sage, right? Let's calm it down, calm it down. I don't know if any of you have ever seen that meme. It's an Arthur meme. You know Arthur, their show that was on PBS. Which I feel like it's finally like, they're going to finally stop making new episodes or something like that. Not finally, but you know what I mean. There's a meme that's making fun of people like us spiritualists, and it's talking about how when you burn sage and you don't open the windows, how the spirits are like running through trying to like find their way out because the sage is driving their ass out. All of your cards are still flipped over because, you know, I like the element of surprise. Surprise. So now we're going to use the Threads of Fate. Or we're going to shuffle those, right? Oh, I forgot to put something here, but we good. Doobie. I can't really bend these Threads of Fate And I'm not going to force them to bend, you know? It's like working with the fabric. You can't, you know, force a fabric to behave in a way that it doesn't necessarily want to. Oh, honey. So who are you trying to get to behave in a certain way that they don't necessarily want to? You know, sometimes people's behavior is a part of their aesthetic, you know, how they move, how they act, how they speak, you know, like that kind of thing. You know, I can say that as someone who was told like not to wear certain colors when I was growing up, or suggested to choose certain colors, and you know, how to walk or how to talk or how to hold my hand, all of those things, you know. So it's kind of like making people, or trying to get somebody to, anybody, it could be a grown-ass person, trying to get somebody to do something that you know that they don't want to do, and you just want them to do it for you so that you would feel good. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. Because why are you spending so much time, wasting so much time trying to change something that actually is embedded in a person's character? Okay, good or bad. Let's go. Threats of fate. Take risk. So what's the risk that you need to take, Virgo? I have heavy Virgo placements, and I know what I am in Vedic astrology, or sidereally. So this applies to me too, and I understand. So taking risk, right? Usually it is the fear factor in taking the risk that makes it worthwhile, not necessarily the payoff or what's going to happen at the end after you have taken the risk, but it is the risk taking and living in the moment, right? That's what is important here, living in the moment. So whatever it is that you're trying to do spontaneously, try to see if you can create a way for spontaneity, right, in your life, or make room for spontaneity in your life, because we do know that you are sort of a control freak, right? And that's only because you know that everything is slightly nuanced in life, and everything has the possibility to go the wrong way, or right? You understand that. You're very mercurial, so it's like, oh my God, you know, if everything is traveling very fast and there's only there's five open spaces, and there's like, you know, I don't know, let's say 4 balls traveling really fast, like consistently, like, are they ever going to like divert or deviate and move into one of the channels that hasn't been like used? Anyway, you know that there's room for things to sort of like go wrong. So, you know, stop thinking about that. Take a risk every now and then. You know, it's not something that is going to be risking your life or risking your well-being, you know, or your livelihood. We're not talking about that. We're not saying like get up and leave and move to, you know, Bangladesh or Bora Bora or somewhere where you have no family and you have no friends. We are saying like do something that is a reasonable risk to take, because it is healthy to take risks, you know what I mean? And sometimes there's a time and a place for everything, and there's a time and a place for risks and spontaneity in your life, you know? And we need that element of surprise for you, Virgo. We need that element of surprise for you so that life doesn't get boring, you know, because that's sort of like a very benefic feeling when you have taken a risk and it has paid off, and you just have surprised yourself in that you were willing to do something that, you know, was kind of outrageous. But Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, and Aquarius is very much about taking risks sometimes, you know, definitely to shake things up, right? They take risks in terms of trying something new. They like a different element. They love a different flavor, you know. Think of the periodic table of elements. There's so many. That's very Aquarian. And slightly Virgo. So let's look at what's going on in your tarot and your center here, which is you. This is the 6 of Pentacles, and I was just going to talk about this. I was going to say, you know, taking risks. You're a Virgo, that's the 6th house, very much an earth sign, talking about control. The devil card is number 15, that reduces to a 6. So we're thinking 6, we're thinking earth, we're thinking 6 of Pentacles, okay? So this is saying like maybe there is a risk that you need to take. You need to compromise in your life sometimes. That's the compromise for you, taking the risk. And Mars is connected to the 6th ray of consciousness. So here we go. You know, making the effort to do something that is outside of your comfort zone, or going outside of your comfort zone in some kind of way, because it's the moon in Taurus. It's talking about security. It's talking about comfort levels. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're doing artistically, maybe there's something you want to add to your craft or to your art. You know what I mean? Or maybe this is you wanting a job, or going out for something, or putting yourself in front of producers or people that are looking to book talent or something like that, you know? Because this card definitely has a feeling of humanitarianism and philanthropic. So these are like people who can acknowledge what you have to offer, or can see where there is, they want to give you a chance. You know what I mean? So this is a 6 of Pentacles, and somebody wanted to give you a chance because they might see something special in you, or they might see something worthwhile or worthy or valuable in the exchange. You know what I mean? Okay. And this is everybody getting something out of it. You know, this is a sense of like reciprocity, of course, but on all sides, right? Everybody's getting something out of it, right? And we're taking in something that is very healthy, right? And we're making things better for someone else, right? Either someone's making things better for us, or we're making things better for someone else. Maybe we're able to provide for our family more, or maybe we feel comfortable in what we have established for ourselves, you know, and we want to protect that too. So make sure that you are protecting your livelihood by using discernment, being reasonable and logical about the ways that you give and take with your finances, your time, your energy, and your efforts. Understanding that the energy that you hold with your money and your finances, it gets exchanged and put back out there in the world. You can always pull it back in from another source. It's not that same energy, you know, it goes and it comes back in, right? Just like your electricity, honey. Pow, 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 pow. Okay, so we got the 10 of Cups here. So this is very good. This is driven by compassion. You know, and I was thinking about this card on the train today when I was going to work this morning. And it's talking about some of you guys need to jog. Some of you guys need to run. Do it at a safe time. You know what I mean? When there are lots of people around, when it's light outside, and you don't have to be like feeling scared on your run because you're like, oh, I chose a weird time. You know what I mean? Like, really do it in a time where you can take in what's going on around you, because it's a 10. It's connected to what's going on around you and the emotional effects that you get when you are allowing yourself to experience your environment or the world on a level where you are not judging, you are not looking for anything to be bad. You know what I mean? This is a very optimistic card. This is a very hopeful card, okay? And we are also very intentional with having a good time, you know? So that's what this is about. And it's over the 6 of Pentacles. So this is really good for you, Virgo. I'm liking this energy right now. You know, and this is also the love that you put out there, the energy that you put out there, and what you give back, right? This is Mars being in Pisces, Mars being in its 12th house. And it's driven by love, driven by compassion. So this is acts of compassion. So someone might do something nice for you, or you might do something nice for someone. But whatever happens during that exchange, it's going to make you have sort of like this this moment of reckoning, or this existential moment where you are realizing what love and compassion is all over again in some kind of way, you know? Travel, you know, this could be like a trip for some of you all. Not like a short distance trip, but a long distance trip. you know. And this is also being around people. You know, I was also walking this afternoon after teaching and I was just like, you know, I'm so happy to experience so many different cultures and so many different people in the city that I live in and in my life in general. Even when I lived in Mississippi, I had a diverse group of friends in terms of like my one-on-ones and the people that I spoke to on an intimate level, okay? It was always kind of diverse. Like my friends were never all like one color, one way, you know? I didn't have as large of a diverse group of friends back then as I have now because I live in a very international city. While like I know some of you are as well, but you know, there's more, you can get so much more out of life when you don't cut yourself off from learning about other cultures or people or how they feel. I was talking to someone the other day about, you know, socioeconomic gaps or socioeconomic differences amongst people, right, that have different backgrounds, and they were trying to figure out why people couldn't just work harder or something like that. And I was like, it just got me to thinking a lot of things about how people don't necessarily consider the lasting effects of ancestral karma, ancestral trauma, and, you know, generational karma, as well as the karma that we manifest on a societal level. So there's also societal karma, societal karmic effects, you know, and sometimes it's not just based on one group of people, okay, or it's not just because of people's intentions, right? Anyway, hopefully there was a message in that rant that I just went on. Let's open up the rest of these cards. This gonna be a long read. Let's look at your past. Two of Cups. Okay, so you guys were feeling someone in the past, feeling something for somebody, trying to balance out your emotions, searching for what it was that was going to satisfy the ways that you have been maybe limited in love or limited in your feelings of being balanced emotionally. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, I wish that there might be something more, perhaps, right? So this is the recent past, which you have been thinking, maybe dreaming of love, dreaming of a relationship, trying to figure out ways to balance out your emotions or what it is that you might be wanting, okay? The Two of Cups is also just kind of like saying there's space between you. You know, there was space between you and people, distance, emotionally distant perhaps. You might be keeping your distance from somebody, but you love them. You know what I mean? It's like, I love you, but I'm keeping my distance from you, right? This is also Venus in Cancer. And this is Venus being in a water sign, okay? Venus being in Cancer is like Venus being in her third house. So this is like communicating your feelings, right? And sometimes expressing your feelings as well. Because, you know, Venus being in Cancer is Venus being in a house of expression for herself. So she definitely likes to be expressive in the sign of Cancer. And this is through spirituality. It's also through music, okay? It's through food, it's through taste and the senses. So in the past, or most recently, you've had to kind of like, I don't know, delight your senses with some things, if that makes sense. I don't know, spice up your life, child. Let's see what's going on in your sun position. I said spice up your life. Let's see what's going on in your sun position. And the sun card came out, child. Yes. I mean, you can see the sun in the distance. It's yellow, okay? But this is number 19. Interesting. So we know that that is a 10. This is who you were. The experience that you had and who you are now. Who you were and who you are now. How it started versus how it's going. Okay? And this is very much connected to strength of personality. Okay? It's almost like a rebirth in some kind of way. You know, you have turned a corner. You've learned a lot about yourself. You are very strong-willed and you are determined. Okay? The Sun card also is talking about vitality being brought back into your life. You feeling energized, ready, confident as well with the Sun being here. This is you being in control of your life, but also being in control of your energy. You know, you are on a quest. It's a very much a questful card. There is a search for something more. There's a search for something better. And I feel like you are definitely en route to something kind of golden for you. As the music changes. Yeah. This is following your passions. Do what you love. You know? For a lot of you, this could be children because the Sun card does speak of children. Okay? This is talking about how things are going to improve for you in the new year. January, if you will. December, for a lot of you, December, January, New Year energy. Okay? Because we're talking about the Sun and how it transits. It's giving you very much 2022 with the Sun card being here. Okay. In October as well, so you could be just feeling very good now. Okay? From now to December into the new year, things are going to be getting really, really, really good for you, Virgo. Let's look at the moon position. Okay, so this is your internal. What's going on inside? You're feeling determined. You are feeling passionate. You are feeling like you want to exercise your ego by doing what you do well, okay? So your craft, working on it, okay? This is you growing in terms of the quality of your work has improved. You've gotten better, actually. I don't know what you think, but you've actually gotten better. People may not be telling you, Virgo, but you have improved. You can feel it. Okay? And also, if you can't feel it, if you can't see it, I'm telling you, you have. You've gotten better. Whatever it is that you do, you're doing it well. Okay? And people notice. That's how you, I don't know, communicate to the universe through your craft and through your art. For a lot of you, this is an evolution, growth process. Like I said before, the work has grown, the work has gotten better, the quality of the work, you know, your attention to detail. That's what's so great, you know? And it's the way that you do it that is so, you know, unique, okay? Because the threes are always talking about something very unique. So I want you to value that part about you and yourself, your uniqueness. But make that uniqueness so good, you know? Carry it well. And don't be intimidated by your talents. Don't shy away from those. Don't do it. You've got to actively explore your talent and your gift constantly, you know? And we're putting the pressure on you here too. You know, the Three of Pentacles is putting the pressure on you. You might even be putting the pressure on yourself. Some emotional pressure as well. Right? Putting the pressure on yourself to perform well. Or putting the pressure on yourself to kind of like live other people's expectations of you. Don't do that. Stop putting the pressure on yourself to live other people's expectations that they have of you. Would they put those same expectations on themselves? Would they? In your position that is like the lowest, most pulled back, what's holding you back? What's holding you back? The Three of Wands. Waiting for my ships to come in. That's what's holding you back? Don't be waiting for nothing. You know? Don't wait. Attract. Because you're not chasing it. We're not chasing nothing. The only thing, we ain't even chasing dreams. You know, we're making dreams come true. Okay? Not chasing no dream. This dream is coming true. The Three of Wands is here talking about waiting for your ships to come in. Waiting for what? Build one. Build a ship while you waiting for that other one to come in. Just start building your own. Okay? And like I said, this Three of Wands is testing you. How bad do you want something? You know? And this Three of Wands here, this is Mars. No, I'm sorry. This is Sun and Aries. Okay? So this is March. So you're going to start seeing some shit come in for you. Things change in March. You know, maybe something happened last March. Right? That sort of like made you pull back, or it was an obstacle that got in the way, or something slowed down in March, or maybe it was a pandemic or something like that. I'm like, can I say that? Oh my God, YouTube, please. Yeah. I have this t-shirt that says, be the energy you want to attract. Right? What? Who told Diane Carroll she couldn't? Be the energy you want to attract. Oh, fuck. You know what? I was complaining about that powder that I put in there. I was trying to hydrate and get some electrolytes and stuff. And it clumped up at the bottom, and I was like, what the fuck did they give me? I was mad because I wanted it to just kind of go ahead and like mix up and dissolve so I could drink it. But then I started drinking and I was like, this is good. But child, now it has dissolved. That clump that was at the bottom dissolved. And when I tell you, this tastes like the stuff that they paved the street with, you know, that black tar, the smell that you get. You're like, oh, they're laying down asphalt. This tastes like liquid asphalt clear. Pineapple. Child, I do not want this anymore. And you know what? I knew it was gonna ruin my water. I gotta go get some more water now. I need to just go ahead and replace that soda stream. In your Mars position, you got the Seven of Swords. Okay, so here's the deal. The Seven of Swords is always talking about someone who is trying to control your emotions or what you are feeling by controlling what amount of information you have to process. Okay? They might be giving you a little bit less to see or less to think about. This is a friend. Okay. This is definitely, it could be a man, it could be a male, that could be lying to you. Somebody's lying to you and keeping something from you. They're withholding information. You know, they might even just be, hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like somebody basically being shady, okay? And this might be you, because it's in the Mars position. Or maybe you've had to keep what you were doing away from somebody. Cunning behavior is being, you know, acted out, I guess. I don't know. Someone is exhibiting cunning behavior. This is going to change the dynamic of some relationship with a friend, or it could be an intimate relationship with a partner, some of you. Your partner could be an air sign, okay? Or it could be, okay, for some of you, it could be an air sign like Aquarius or Libra. It could also be a Cancer, okay? It can be an Aries or Scorpio. Those are the ones. And they are, you know, probably trying to, either you or they are not telling you something because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or, you know, something like that. Moon in Aquarius, this could be somebody that might be doing something at night that they're not talking about, not, you know, trying to keep something hidden at night. Because this is very much like a night card, right? Yeah. So I would say stop asking them the same thing over and over again, because you probably already know what the answer is, right? If this is for you guys who want a job through a shared resource who was a friend, or this is some of you that are asking someone something to figure out what it is that they might be doing, or what it is that they might be lying about, or where they might be misleading. You know? And it also is connected to emotional attachments that we have to toxic behavior. Let's get real. Sorry, the music had me. But it is emotional attachments that we have to toxic behavior. Now, the emotional attachment is one that wants to balance things out and make things right and make things fair and make things just. But it's kind of like, let people do what they want to do so you can see what they'd rather do. Let's flip over the Venus card. You're free from it. Whatever that relationship was, okay? You want to be in a relationship where you can have fun with people. You know how this is what I think. Like the way that I am when I'm by myself, and I'm crazy by myself. It's like, there's no one there, but I you know, it's not like I'm acting like anyone's there. But like, my energy is pretty much the same when I'm by myself as in when I'm in front of you guys. I'm probably just saying less words. Okay? And when I'm like dancing and shit and being funny and silly and stupid, I think sometimes like, is there anyone out there that I can be like this with? That's available to me. Do you ever think like that? Can I fucking be like this with somebody? Free of expectations, having fun, but also being responsible. Because it is an 8. It's connected to the Strength card, which is Leo, and it's also connected to Scorpio. You know? That's about having control. This is about having self-control, but still being able to live life, you know, I don't know, playfully, right? Being able to feel life's exuberance. This is kind of not like taking it too far and stuff like that, but living life fully and being myself without apologizing and feeling encouraged to do so. And being, I don't know, sort of praised for doing so as well. Going with the flow, you know? Having the intimate relationship, but it not holding you back. This is the relationship that you have with life. Free of limitations. Being able to like flow like the wind and flow like the river as well. Blow like the wind, flow like the river. You know, this is November as well. You know, so some of you are going to be having fun with people. Maybe you'll have some intimate relationships with people that you know, that you have known, you know, that you are really close to. And you are going to be having some fun experiences, maybe some fun outings, you know, for sure. Let's look at what's going on in your outcome energy moving forward. King of Swords. So you're dealing with someone who is kind of stern, cold, resting bitch face, emotionally distant, or just distant in general. Somebody has high expectations of other people, but they themselves don't necessarily want to be examined in the same way that they are examining other people. You know? But also, the King of Swords is someone that has a great understanding of perspective. They can see the forest and not just the trees. It is breaking free of any limitations that may have prevented you from mastering your unique character. And not character, but character as in the person that you are, you know? This is 1/3 Capricorn and 2/3 Aquarius. So the Capricorn is the earthy part, the part that consumes, that uses, that wastes. This is an upgrade. You know, so you feel like you have upgraded yourself. Maybe your life has been upgraded in some kind of way. You are now trying to consume less, be less wasteful. You're also controlling what comes in, what you allow to come in to your space. And you are in control of what you allow to come into your space, unapologetically. Okay? And for some of you, this is a completion. You're like, I'm done. I've had enough. It's not going to be like that. Things are going to change from now on. Things are going to be different from now on. Right? Very mark my words. You know? Future card. Strength. Yes. Going back to that 8 of Wands. So the Strength card is definitely like, it's Leo, it's passion, it's blood, it's ups and downs, you know. Through the ups and downs, you have stayed strong, stayed firm, you've handled the stress, you know. You have dispersed that energy and transmuted it. You have held yourself, you know, in held yourself in such a position, a dignified position. You're just focusing on yourself and what you have going on. It's also saying that moving forward and in the future, you have gotten stronger. And the things that used to scare you definitely don't anymore. You know what I mean? Like I say, your character has strengthened. Right? You have a strong spine. You know, you are tougher. Okay? Tough-skinned. With this Strength card being here. Because now you appreciate what it is that makes you who you are at the core, at the heart, you know? What flows through you doesn't flow through the same person in the same way. The energy. Energy, 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 energy. You see what I mean? So it's being proud of what you can do that no one else can. Hello. And you got the sun card and the strength card here. Let's look at what's going on at the top for you. 6 of Swords. Moving on. Upgrade. Right? It's self-improvement as well. You know, your perspective has changed. Your perception has changed of you, who you are. And when you have changed, sometimes you have to kind of like begin to navigate this new territory. Okay? Something has become obsolete for you. You're looking to make these changes. Okay? You're evolving, you're shifting. Things are definitely shifting for you. Smoothly. Smooth transitions. Smooth shifts. Okay? Let's see. Mercury is Gemini, right? Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius. Okay. Definitely turning a corner. You are realizing that you are not as immature as you used to be. You know, it's almost like terms of endearment. I don't know why that's coming in. So maybe some of you are making a connection between your life and maybe that movie, Terms of Endearment. Geez, Louise. 6 of Swords is great. You're moving on, you know, to new territory. Building something else. New concepts, right? A new construct as well. A new social construct, right? Let's see what's going on here. You're letting go of something that was probably maybe creating an obstacle for you. You know, this is an easy pass to the next thing. 9 of Cups. There you go. Hopes and wishes. This is some of you are now in the home that you wanted to be in. Some of you have moved or are enjoying being settled, right? This is also some of your wishes coming true. Like I said, we don't chase dreams, we make dreams come true. With this 9 of Cups energy here. I love it. You know, this is saying that, you know, the world is your oyster. Don't take anything for granted. Take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves to you. And you also have the magic of creating your own opportunities, right? By what you put out there. Because this is a very benefic card. It's in its rulership. It's very exalted. And this has to do with next year. Like I said, once this new year takes place, bam, over, right? Once Jupiter goes into Pisces, make sure you don't have too much of a good thing, right? Is there such thing as too much of a good thing? Yeah, sure. If it becomes too distracting, or if you lose yourself in that good thing, don't lose yourself in it. Don't forget who you are. Right? And also don't not give yourself the credit for coming as far as you have come. You know, I don't want you to forget who you are, but don't you know, discount yourself. You know what you deserve. So does Spirit. So does God. And he's going to bring you that. He's going to show you that. It may not be in the way that you thought it was going to happen, and it may not be in the ways that other people anticipated it happening or not happening for you. Just know that it's happening. Let's choose your last card from the Moonology Oracle cards deck. Wow, I have not done a reading like this song in so long. The energy is gaining momentum. All right, you better work with the energy gaining momentum, that waxing moon. So things are growing. Things are at the beginning growing stages for you. I love this. It's a crescent moon. I love taking pictures of the moon when it looks like this. Oh, look. Absolutely. Confidence is your key to success. We were talking about that, weren't we? Leo energy is very prominent here. And that is your 12th house, Virgo. So that's the thing that is a blockage for you, you know? Putting yourself out there, presenting yourself in a very strong way so that others will get a very strong sense of who you are, what you do, okay? And how you handle yourself. And it's also, you know, getting people's attention. You might be getting people's attention in some kind of way, you know? All right, Virgo, I love you. I will see you, talk to you soon, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of October and that your November is good. Happy Halloween to a lot of you out there, and yeah, see you later.